Well, greetings and grand rising, everyone, and welcome to our third day challenge of our Surya Namaskar or 108 Sun Salutations. So today is day 14 of our challenge, so we are almost at the halfway point. And yesterday we started out with our introduction of the two full out movements and the introduction of the two modified movements so that if you wanted to follow along or learn the process of these steps that we're doing, the classic Hatha yoga, and then after that, you can go at your own pace. So I am encouraging you to complete all 108 moves within a single day, but you can break it up or split it into like 10 movement sessions or take a few breaks, as I often do, take a few breaks because I have administrative tasks and clients to see throughout the day. So I will break up my sessions. But for the most part, I do attempt to get it done in the morning hours. So right now, our sun is on the rise. So, of course, our sun salutations want to start with the rising of the sun. So, if you can, try to face east, which is what we're doing. We are wanting to, draw in the sun's energy. So we are making requests using the sun salutations to, honor our celestial bodies and also recognize that we are on the receiving end of this life-giving, cleansing, restorative, repairing energy. So that is the goal of our sun salutations. And our challenge is to help our bodies attune to these positive energies so that we can work through these, erratic energies that we're dealing with in the environment at this time. So we understand the climate, the political climate, the financial climate, the housing market, especially here in the States, a lot of things that are compiling negative energies. And we want to be in a position to be able to use that to our advantage. So to have the ability to draw in these powerful energies and transmute them into something that supports us, supports our health and wellness. So this is what we're doing when we're training, sort of, with the sun's energy. We are pulling in that sun's energy for our support and well-being. Okay, so let us go ahead and get started here. So recognize our slow movements are for stretching. Our quicker pace movements or medium speed movements are for building your muscles, and our fast movements enhance your cardiovascular system. If you have your counters, get them out now. So I am using crystals and gemstones, but I do, say you can use whatever you can in order to help you keep count. Because when you get into like your 20s and 30s of your movement numbers, you don't want to have that held in your head because it's easy to forget. Well, at least for me, it's easy for me to lose my count. So you will hear me move some gemstones around as I'm moving along. So I'll start with the introducing, and I'll talk through the first movements, but going at your own pace, I'll just give tips and the things that I'm doing and I'm observing as I'm going through the motions. Sometimes I keep my socks on, but sometimes I don't, so I don't want them on today. Again, your preference. This is your session, your movements. So we slowly raise our arms up. Inhale. So this is our full out movement. I want you to do a slight back bend, but you are engaging your core. This helps to protect your back. Exhale, forward fold. You're going to take your hands all the way to your mat, a little bit outside of your feet, but if you are not able to get all the way down to your feet, then you can keep your hands slightly in front of your feet. Bend your knees slightly, and you're going to step back with the right foot first, as far back as you can. Now, this is our first movement, so give your body time to warm up. We don't want to throw our muscles out. Slowly drop that right knee to your mat. Your left leg is at a 90-degree angle. Hold your breath and take your left leg back, stretch it a little. Bring that knee to meet your right. From here, we go into a plank. Engage that core. This helps to keep a more linear body. Slowly drop those knees to the mat. Now here, you want your chest and your chin to meet the mat. Your elbows will be hugging your body. So go ahead and slowly take them down. And your toes are still curled under. From here, you're going into an upward dog. Now you're going to place the tops of your feet flat on your mat, eyes forward. From here, curl your toes under, push up or back into a downward dog. Your ears are next to your shoulders. Now slowly bring those knees to the mat. And we are ready to close out our move. Slide your right hand a little bit towards your left and bring that right foot up. Now, if you are more flexible, you can bring that right knee on the inside of your right hand. But for those of us who are still a little bit tight, then you want to make sure your right foot comes to the outside. And you're going to move your right hand on the outside and bring that left foot to meet the right. Knees are slightly bent. Go ahead and slowly straighten those knees, those legs. Arms outstretched. Rise and take your time. This is still our first move. And finish the move with a slight back bend. Engage that core. And we close. So I will do another full out movement, and this time we will do it at a bit of a quicker pace. Go ahead and slowly raise your hands up, arms up. Inhale, and do that slight back bend. Forward fold, slow. Slightly bend those knees and step back with the right foot. As far back as you can, that is comfortable. Slowly drop that right knee. Take your left foot back, stretch it a little. Bring your left knee to meet the right. Go into your plank. Drop both knees to the mat. Bring your chest and chin slowly down to meet your mat. From here, upward dog. Your feet are flat against the mat. The tops of your feet, rather. Push back to downward dog. Inhale, slowly drop your knees to the mat. Slide your right hand in a little and bring the right foot up. Bring your left foot to meet your right. Slowly straighten the legs, arms outstretched, and rise up. Slight back bend, engage that core. And bring your arms down. So that is our full out movement. Now I'll go ahead and do our modified movement. And this is what I will continue with this morning. I know I love my modifiers. And forward fold. Slightly bend those knees. Take the right foot back. And drop that right knee to the mat. So yes, we are going a little bit quicker. Bring the left foot back. Stretch it a little. And bring it to your mat. Go into your plank. Drop both knees. Now here, instead of having your chin and chest meet the mat, we're going into cat pose. Take your spine up towards the ceiling. Now inverted spine. Eyes forward. Now neutral spine. Eyes facing your mat. From here, you're going to go ahead and slide your right hand in a little. Bring that right foot up. And bring your left foot to meet the right. Straighten those legs, arms outstretched, and slowly rise. And we'll do another modified together. Slow forward fold. Exhaling on your way down. Slightly bend those knees, step back with the right. Slowly bring that right knee to the mat. Step back with the left, or rather take your left back, stretch it a little. Bring the left knee to meet the right. Go into your plank. Engage your core, protecting your back. Slowly drop both knees to the mat. From here, we go into cat pose. Push your spine to the ceiling, as close to the ceiling as it can go. Inhale, and you are inverting your cat, stretching the abdomen, eyes forward. Exhale, and your eyes are facing your mat. Slide your right hand in a little. Bring that right foot up. And bring your left to meet your right. Straighten those legs. Arms outstretched. And slowly rise. Okay. So, whichever you'd like to do, go ahead and continue with your movements. So I will continue with the remaining 6 for my first set of 10. Now, as I always encourage you to incorporate as many of the full out movements as you can. I like to tack mine on at the end to sort of give me a last push. Even though I've done the majority of the movements already, it's a way to help to build my body's muscle, my body's endurance to continue to doing more of these movements. That's just my challenge to myself. But you can start out doing the majority of the full out movements and then moving towards doing your modified movements if you have to do modified. Remember, go at your own pace. Sometimes I like to slow it down a little, give my body time to stretch in those positions. As long as you are completing your movements, you are more than welcome to stretch in those positions. It's early on and we are still warming our bodies up. Usually about the third set or so, I am able to do a deeper forward fold to where my forehead is closer to my knees. But starting out, I have to give my body time to get there, or else I would risk injuring myself. And that's definitely what we want to avoid at all costs. So this is why I say take your time. Okay. So that concludes my first 10 movements. Now, of course, again, go at your own pace. This is not a race. So if you do have any other questions, I have my website contact links in the description of the video below. Also, if you'd like to have more self-help books and activity books that help you to deal with stress, trauma, anxiety, as well as my coaching books, I have the link to my author page for Amazon.com in the description below as well. If I have any other updates for my movements throughout the day, you will also see those in the description. So revisit this video to learn any additional tips and suggestions that I have offered for the day. Okay, in closing, let us be present, let us be of light, and let us be of love.